Thank you very much for joining us today. So my first question, Yoon's presidential election win, will this somehow revive the boom days of South Korea's nuclear power industry?
Oh, thank you so much for having me. Yes, so just to answer your question, yeah, I do think that there is a lot of upside for nuclear right now because Yoon did campaign on quite a strong nuclear front. So if he does decide to reverse this phase-out policy, there is going to be room for the extension of existing operational nuclear reactors and also possibly in the restarting the construction of the Shinhanu plants, which has been already kind of controversial over the last few years. So there is some room where we look at it kind of in the broader scheme of things, but in the immediate near term, I think it's a bit unlikely. So we must not forget that, the Democratic Party still holds quite a majority of seats in the National Assembly. So there is a bit of uncertainty as to whether this reverse policy is going to be implemented effectively yet or not. And also considering the fact that some of the nuclear reactors, they do take a little bit of time when you want to consider the license extensions and all that. So some of the ones that are gonna expire much sooner, it's going to face some risk there. Yeah.
I mean, certainly this is an industry that needs a lot of advanced planning. And also, because of what happened over the last 4 or 5 years or so, because Moon Jae-in wanted to phase out nuclear energy in South Korea's energy mix, the industry itself lost a lot of manpower and businesses when it comes to the smaller subcontractors. So would that somehow challenge the incoming president's plans for the industry, or will it at least delay it somewhat?
I think the potential for a delay is much stronger rather than a complete phase out. So even though, yes, the industry did shrink a little, but we did still see the construction of several ongoing big projects that has been happening over the last few years. So it's not that, the whole industry came to a standstill. It's not really the case. And right now it is possible to kind of have a revival relatively quickly. It really depends on what the state-owned utilities plans for their own reactors and sort of the financial calculations behind it. So there's still some level of uncertainty there for sure. But I think it wouldn't be too difficult to sort of revive the industry easily